Hi, it's a Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm gonna do just a little chatty get ready with me. Wanna know how you're doing, so make sure and let me know what you're up to in the comments down below and let you know what's going on here. Not a lot. This time of the year, there's usually not a lot, but let's get into it. I happened to pick this up recently. This is the Auric Glow Lust. I have the lightest shade in Morganite, and she looks like this. I have a love affair, and I'm sure it's no secret, for the Elevated Glow from Lisa Eldridge. And this is supposed to be kind of like a liquid highlight or a kind of glowy primer. That's how I'm going to use it today. And this is where I wasn't really thinking that far ahead, because I put on my Supergoop, what is it? Glow Screen, which is already glowy. I'm gonna be glowing today. I think that we're just gonna be okay with the fact that I'm gonna look super dewy halfway through the day and maybe like an oil slick at the end of the day. But you know, I've already gone where I need to go. I've already worn a mask for what I need to wear a mask for. I had a dentist appointment this morning. It's just a cleaning, you know, the regular sort of stuff. So everything's fine. Just putting on a little makeup finally to feel like myself. I like how hydrating this is. I've used it a couple of times now. And I feel like it plays well with my skincare, but it's super, super glowy. I have really been liking this, and I don't know that that's really a surprise for the type of makeup wearer that I am. I like medium coverage. I also really like glowy products, and this has its own level of glow as well. I don't know that I really needed the Auric Glow Lust underneath here, but well, we had it, so we're gonna use it. This is really pretty. I think it lasts really well on the skin. It does wear off on my nose and my chin when I'm in a mask. And I think that's kind of par for the course for me, because I don't really, you know, set my foundation a ton. I don't use a setting spray usually. I'm just kind of lazy. All the extras that people normally do to kind of activate that longevity, I don't. I still go for the glowy foundations if I know I'm going to be in a mask all day, because it's what I like wearing. It's the way I like my skin to look, but then later it definitely looks like it's worn off on the tip of my nose and my chin, but that's a me choice. So it's been kind of a difficult week. If you just happen to look back, you'll notice that all the videos that have been going up recently, I'm wearing the same thing. And the reason I say that is because I took some time off. It's been a little bit hard. We had to put one of our pets to sleep, and it was our dog, Thursday. Oh man, she was the best dog. I know everybody says that about their pet, but she was exactly what we needed right when we needed it. She was a dog that we went to our local shelter and rescued. She was about 2 years old when we rescued her. That's what the vet said. And then we had her for 15 years. And she just got to the point where her quality of life was really going down. A lot of my friends have reminded me that in the 15 years that I've had this one dog, they've had 3 separate dogs or 2 dogs, that most dogs don't have as long a life as my dog did. And for that, I'm grateful, but it's really hard. It's been really hard. So I'm glad I took a little bit of a break. We got her in 2007, early 2007, right after I'd had a miscarriage. And I was like in the depths of despair. I was so sad. I was so completely wanting someone to take care of. And oddly enough, she ended up taking care of me. And then later on, after I had both of my kids and my health really took a turn for the worse, and my congenital brain problems started causing long-term problems for me after my first brain surgery, I remember getting to a point where I spent 14 to 16 hours a day in bed. And she was the best. She would jump up on the bed and just lay next to me, or she would lay on her bed, and her bed was literally next to the side of my bed, so I'd have to make sure to step over her. She just didn't want anything more than to be with me, so she was the best companion, and I miss her so much. I'm having a hard time talking about it, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore, but she was my first girl, and I love her, and I miss her. And I still find myself like checking to see if she's laying in her bed, and she's not, or if, you know, she's outside and needs to be let in, and she's not. I still am, and I know it takes a while, but I'm still in that process of expecting to see her and not seeing her. And it's been a little bit more than a week now, but it's been hard. I really like the way this foundation looks. I think it's beautiful. I forgot to put on my corrector, so I'm gonna throw a little bit of this on. I'm pulling everything from my January makeup bin. I'm trying to be better about rotating through what I have. And I kind of got the feeling, at first I felt like I was putting too much in my makeup bin. It's right here. And I have a couple of, you know, glasses full of lip products that goes in there, and then full of eye products, and a few things that I have on the table here, but I feel like I didn't put enough in. Like I'm not getting enough options. And I know that seems silly, but there are times I'm like, I want to use this eyeshadow palette. It's not in my monthly bin. And I don't know, maybe it's okay to pull something that is not in my monthly bin. But my goal has been to, you know, really focus on what's in here. My birthday is coming up this week. Actually, my birthday is tomorrow. This video is going up on Wednesday. And so my birthday is on Thursday, and I'll be 47. Do you know, I don't know if you have this problem, but the year that I turned 30, I felt like my life fell apart. And it didn't really fall apart, but I noticed there's a huge difference of life before 30 and life after 30. Part of that has to do with the fact that that was the year that I had my first brain surgery. And I don't know that it was necessarily turning 30, but I think it was the difference of pre-brain surgery and post-brain surgery, because I had some complications with that have led to long-term complications, which means I deal with daily pain for the last, there was like a year and a half in the middle after a surgery in 2017 where it was better, and then my headaches came back. But I had pain 24/7 from when I had that surgery in June of 2005 all the way until I had surgery again in 2017. And then I had about a year, maybe a year and a half between, I was like, oh, I don't have pain every day. I only have pain intermittently. And then it started building up with more days with pain, fewer days without. And then I got to the point where it was back to pain every day. And I think it's just scar tissue. That's what my neurologist and my neurosurgeon think. It's scar tissue that builds up in that area. And the more scar tissue there is, the more chance there is for pain for me. But it's something that I live with. But I'll tell you, I just feel like the minute I hit 30, everything went downhill. And on my 30th birthday, I wasn't prepared for the shift from 29 to 30. And I literally was on the bathroom floor crying like my life was over. And of course it's not. But when you're 30, you really can't see past that, you know, big 3-0. Anyway, oddly enough, I think it's funny now that, you know, 17 years later, I have found a trick that works for me. I want to know what you do if you have any anxiety about birthdays or aging. And I usually don't have any anxiety during the year. I like the age that I am. I'm not trying to hide it. I mean, obviously I've let my hair go white. I quit dyeing my hair. I'm not the sort of person who's interested in fillers, I guess I should say at this moment, or Botox, because it's just, first of all, it's not something that's in my beauty budget. Second of all, I don't want to aspire to look like my teenage daughter. I'm okay being 47, that's who I am. But there's always that little bit of panic leading up to a birthday. I don't know if you experience that, but I definitely do. And so my best friend, who is, I think 5 months older than me, has a birthday in August. And she turned 47 this last August. So the thing that I started doing, like for my 31st birthday, she turned 31 in August, so did I, emotionally, mentally. So by the time January rolled around, been 31 for 5 months, no big deal, I feel fine. And it's something I've done ever since. The minute she has a birthday, I have a birthday. And it's kind of really helped in making sure that I don't like go over the top with the panic. And I know it's silly and it's a mental game that I play. I wish society was better about not making women feel bad for living life every day and surviving. I wish we were better about celebrating the wisdom that comes with it and the fact that you've lived this full life. And I think we're getting better about that, but I don't know, there's still this definite chase of youth. And don't get me wrong, I am there too. I don't want something that's gonna make me look older or age me, but I'm okay looking 47. I mean, I certainly am. But I guess all of this 47 comes from the fact that my birthday's tomorrow. So my parents, my mom especially, loves to celebrate birthdays. Birthdays are one of like her most important celebrations yearly. And for a long time, before the pandemic started, my mom used to come every year for my birthday, for my kids' birthdays. She'd try and visit my brother for his birthday. She has always been that way. Birthdays were a big deal growing up. And I don't know why that is for her, because to me, I'm a lot less excited about my birthday than she is. But she loves to celebrate. And this year, she's not going to be able to be here. She wasn't able to be here last year for my birthday, but she was here in 2020 for my birthday. She was here in 2019 for my birthday. She was here in 2018 for my birthday. Like my mom, just like she commits and she comes. And then she comes for my girls' birthdays. Thankfully, both of their birthdays are in March 5 and March 10, but birthdays are her thing. And so she really loves and celebrates that. And so I always have to remind myself that my mom's gonna do like a big shindig. And I always tell her not to send too much. Like, please don't go overboard with the gifts and she can't help herself. She's a great mom. I love my mom. I told her that I didn't want her sending anything extravagant for my birthday because she had just, I don't know if you saw the video, I will link it down below, where I was talking about how my mom had, been here in October. My mom and dad came, but my mom had, this idea that some of her things, she's, trying to downsize. My parents have a larger home, and she's like, you know what? We have a piano here that nobody plays. Your daughter plays the piano and she needs a better instrument. Let's send the piano to Ava. And then she was like, you know what? I have all this furniture here that we're not using. And why don't we? So she sent some of her furniture to me. She also kidnapped a couple of my favorite chairs. And she is a habitual reupholsterer. She doesn't do the upholstery herself, but she, has people who she can count on to do a great job. So she shops for fabric and she takes things to get reupholstered. So when she was here this summer, she kidnapped my 2 wingback chairs, drove them all the way back to Ohio, and then decided that it was time for her to have them reupholstered. So I really love that my mom is super extravagant, super giving. She's amazing. But I was like, after having done all of this, moved a piano out here, brought some of your furniture for us, recovered some of my chairs, please don't get me anything for my birthday. She's like, I can't do that. So small boxes, thankfully, small boxes have been showing up. And she's been telling my husband, she's been texting him, okay, something's coming. Please make sure you get it because it has her name on it and I should have put your name on it. And I always thought it was really funny. But she told him, just go to, I know you hate wrapping, just go to Walmart, get a big bag and put everything in there. And I was like, what? What do you mean a big bag? What is coming? I have no idea. But I think it's more my mom's love and exuberance of celebrating birthdays. And when she can't be physically with us, I feel like she goes a little over the top, but I mean, I love my mom. She's the best. I have been trying to figure out how best to use this highlight stick from Westman Atelier. I love the color that it is. I really like the way that it feels, but it ends up staying kind of like dewy, where I feel like sometimes my hair gets stuck in it. And the nice thing is, unlike lip gloss, when you pull your hair out of it, I don't get a trail of product and I don't feel like it removes the product where the hair has been. And it's not, it makes it sound really sticky, and it's not sticky. It's like a cream product that doesn't ever fully set. But I really do like the glow that it gives. I think it's super pretty. I think my brows need a little help. Give me a second, I'll be right back. So here's where I admit I have been loving Lazy Girl eyeshadow big time, loving it. And I'm deciding, do I want to like actually pull out some shadows and really go for it, or do I want to do a Lazy Girl eyeshadow? I think it's a Lazy Girl today. that's where I'm at. So I'm gonna pull out, I always love the Super Shocks from Colourpop. I feel like when I was doing my declutter the tail end of last year and I got to single eyeshadows, I got rid of a lot of stuff. And I got rid of a lot of my Super Shocks that I wasn't wearing, but I kept a lot of the same sort of thing, which are neutral, almost slightly shimmery, taupey looking shadows with sparkle. I love me a sparkly eyeshadow. I do. I can't stop it. I was gonna say, I don't know what to do. Wear more. So I am gonna put this one on today. If you're curious, this one is Birthday Boy. This is not one that they've released for a while. They usually, well, they used to. I don't know if they're gonna do it again this year because they didn't do it last year. But they will re-release their birthday shades in May for their birthday. This year I think they're turning 8. And this was the first product that they made. And the first thing I tried from them and I was like, what is this? It totally changed the way I thought about eyeshadow. And I used to have a super large collection of Super Shocks. I love them for just their ease. They're like little finger paints. They make me happy, super easy to use. I put them on and use a mostly clean brush to kind of blend out the edge. And I call it good. Pat McGrath was having a sale in late December and I decided to pick up her eye pencil. This is the Perma Gel Ultra Glide eye pencil. I have the shade Black Coffee and I have been trying to find an eyeliner and I discovered the other day, this is not it. I've been looking for an eyeliner that I could, you know, not just shove between the lashes, but really kind of go in the upper waterline and when I blink wouldn't transfer to the bottom. I haven't found anything because when I get a product on my lower waterline, it just makes my eyes look smaller. I know they're small-ish eyes and my goal is to not do that, to make them look as big as possible. So I don't want that transfer to the lower, but I also like really extending the look of how long my lashes are by really, you know, getting this in here. So what I've been doing instead is like kind of shoving it in between the gaps, but not really hitting the waterline. And if I do, wiping it off. I'm gonna take the easy route today because I want to be able to get this makeup off quickly tonight. So I'm gonna use the tubing mascara from M Cosmetics. This is their Pick Me Up mascara. It's not the most dramatic, but it's the easiest to get off. And I know if I'm gonna be up late, I need something that just makes my day that much easier at the end. If I have to be scrubbing my eyes to get mascara off or eyeliner off, that's not what I want to be doing at my age. Plus, I've got kind of a real easy neutral eye look going on today and a more natural mascara is kind of the order of the day. I'm not going to throw anything too exciting on the lips today. I'm going to use this. This is a lip crayon from Rose Inc. This is in the shade Quartz. I've actually kind of been reaching for this a lot. I don't know that it's because of the formula, but I do really like the color where it's not too much and it's not too little. And I also like that it has more of a matte appearance on first application. I'll just tell you, for the last almost 2 months now, I noticed it in kind of early to mid-December. I've been skipping over all of the eyeshadow palettes and going for one shadow looks. It's been like my super easy, laid back, I'm not seeing anybody, it's winter time, this is just for me. And I've been doing like one shadow looks. It's like my lazy girl makeup. That's what I really have been doing a lot of, and I don't feel like I've been changing my makeup up a lot. But my favorite formulations for that, I love these guys here from M Cosmetics. These are the Cosmic Pearl Dewy Eyeshadows. I have 2 of these. I also have 2 of the Liquid Lurex from Lisa Eldridge. I love both of these formulations because you don't end up with sparkle anywhere except for exactly where you put it. It wears wear all day. And I've always loved these guys from Colourpop. I mean, like, look at this. It's super pretty. I feel like it's elegant and it's got some sparkle, but it's not over the top. I'm sure you could build it up to be more, because if you need more, you know, all it takes is a swatch that you take the time to build up. It can be dark and metallic, but I like more of that wash. That's just easy for me. I would love to know how you're spending your January. What things are you doing for you. For me, I am doing makeup most days, but I'm keeping it super easy and very much like it's a variation of this. But are you reading a book that you're loving? Are you watching a show that you're just like, I can't stop? Or are you doing an activity that just makes your heart happy? Let me know in the comments down below. Before I go, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I don't feel like I say that often enough. I say it at the beginning of each video, but it's more like a passing statement of gratitude as opposed to a thank you, thank you. Somebody messaged me in the comments saying, hey, congratulations on passing 3,000 subscribers. And I was like, what? I told you I've been kind of unplugged for the last week. I didn't even notice when that happened. So if you are new here, if you are newly subscribed, thank you so much for watching, for your support of my channel. I appreciate it. I'd also love to know if you have any video requests, things that you want to see me talk about. Maybe it's a topic, maybe it's a new product you want to see. I would love to know. Let me know what those are. I can't do everything, but I definitely like getting suggestions for you. So let me know in the comments down below. Have an incredible day. I'll see you again soon. Bye.